Welcome to another video blog of Journey to the Last Frontier. Getting really close to the Alaska trip. I think one of the last videos I posted about that was all the gear I was packing. I actually packed almost everything this weekend. Did cut a lot of that stuff out, particularly on some of the clothes. So I did lighten my load a little bit and made a few other adjustments, which I'll update later. But today I want to go over almost the final budgets of where we are. So if you've been following my blog, journeytothelastfrontier.com, or the videos on this channel, thank you, and please subscribe. But what does a 3-week DIY expedition to Alaska cost? And I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to go through, I have my spreadsheet on my computer right off camera, and I am going to go through this item by item and tell you what I estimate the cost are, plus contingencies. Obviously, you know, things happen and you have to have cash for that. So, first off, like I said, I'm going to be there 3 weeks. I may actually spend a couple nights at some friends' homes, but I have hotels or AirBNBs or lodges booked the entire time, whether I'm in Anchorage, Homer, Alaska, Cooper Landing, Talkeetna, Fairbanks, or Weissman, Alaska. I have my own place already booked, and many of them deposits have been made or paid in full, as in the case of Airbnb. So 21 nights of hotels, taxes and fees included, it's about $3,900. Okay. The next item on the DIY trip is a car or truck rental. I rented a 4x4 Ram 1500 with off-road capabilities, so I can go up the Dalton Highway or the Hall Road, famous on ice road truckers. Very few truck rental companies, or car rental companies rather, allow you to go up that far north. I wanted to. It's my expedition. It's my trip, but I'm paying for it. And I tell you, one thing I learned is the car rental taxes in Alaska are really, really expensive. So even if I would have went to a major a car rental agency and rented an SUV, the taxes just eat up a huge amount. So 3 weeks for a truck rental is $4,500, not including insurance. So I'm going to buy that insurance or use my own insurance. Probably will need to buy because I will be off-road. So certainly that $4,500 is going to go much higher. My gas estimation cost was way before all of this spike, so I have no idea how much I'm going to spend on gas, but mapping out what I'm doing is about 1,800 to 2,300 miles in a truck. So definitely gas is going to be one of those contingency expenses. Fishing guides. All right, so I'm estimating here fishing guides plus cash tips. And let me just take a look at my spreadsheet here. So we're looking at north of $7,000 for various fishing guides and tips. So the guides alone are a little less than $6,000, and tips are between $1,200 and $1,500 in my budget, depending on how things go. So that's a significant part of the budget. Also a big part of the trip, why I'm going. I want to hit different areas of Alaska. It will be halibut fishing offshore, salmon fishing, rainbow trout fishing, a float trip into the Denali National Park area on a plane. And then I'll be doing fishing on the Chainer River outside of Fairbanks, and then north in the Brooks Range area. All my fishing is going to be with professional guides. So that's that cost. Other expenses, line items, basically food and local gear that I do need to still buy when I'm there. I have $2,300 in this spreadsheet. I do anticipate that going higher. So the spreadsheet costs for this trip, okay, for hotel, all of those nights, guides, truck rental, tips, cash expenditures and stuff, I'm at 18,700. Okay, I do expect To spend more than that, I will be bringing a few thousand in cash with me. And at the end of this trip, it will all be fully paid, no credit card debt. This is a self paid trip. Airfare I did not include in here because I did use points, but I am flying first class from Miami to Anchorage via Chicago and home via Dallas. Those, if I didn't use points, those tickets would have been about $2,500. On these longer expeditions, I do fly business or first class and try to use points as much as possible in that. So there you have it. We're looking at, I guess with contingencies and everything, we're probably looking at about $23,000 to $25,000 for a do-it-yourself 3-week Alaska expedition. I'm doing it my way, the way I want to do it. It's not a cruise. I'm not on anybody's schedule. I'm on nobody's itinerary. I booked these guides after months of research, and I do have a few other things that are pending. I do have some open days here and there that I'm just going to go with the flow. I definitely want to check out a couple of museums in Anchorage and one in Fairbanks, and have some days just for free exploration. Hence the contingency. So there you have it. That's basically the cost of this trip. Okay, I'm going to say between $23,000 and $25,000 for a 3-week do-it-yourself Alaska expedition. Till later, and I will be heading out June 6th, back in my home at the end of June, and we'll have video and pictures and all kinds of stuff. Do check out the blog, journeytothelastfrontier.com. We're also on Facebook. I will, as connectivity allows, update live. Over.